Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So today's video is going to be my top 10 under 10. So today's video is just all about showing you my favorite affordable products. I did a similar video a little while ago, like a week or two ago, which is my top 5 under 5. So I'll have that linked down below if that's something that you're interested in. Those are just like even more affordable products that are awesome, and I would suggest everybody get them. Even if you're into high-end makeup, I think you'll still enjoy them. So anyways, don't forget to subscribe down below, and if you're interested in how to get this makeup look I got going on right here, I also did this in a tutorial not too long ago, so I'll also have that link down below, and let's jump into it. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to start off with is lip products because I already have them swatched out. My first favorite product right now for under $10 are these NYX Liquid Suede cream lipsticks. These can be found at the drugstore, like CVS has them, Walmart, Target, Ulta, things like that. Anyways, so there are 24 colors. I have 4 in my collection. I am currently wearing one right now. This is in the shade Stone Fox. A nice cool tone kind of gray going on. I like it. It's a little vampy and different. But anyway, so here are these swatches I can show you. So this first one right here is Tea and Cookies. It's definitely like a light pink, kind of like your lips but better sort of color, kind of pink if that makes sense. And then we have this very awesome nude right here. This is kind of like a pinky nude, like a brown pinky nude. This one is in the shade Soft Spoken. Definitely a very wearable nude for those nude lovers, a little more of a pinky brown. And then we come to what is going to be like my favorite color for fall. This is called Cherry Skies. This shade is called Cherry Skies. And it's definitely like a warm wine, reddish color. Definitely going to be a wonderful fall color once things start to heat up. Beautiful. And then last but not least is this color right here. This is Stone Fox, like I mentioned before, the color I am wearing on my lips right now. So these are awesome. I definitely just washed my hand off with water and soap, and this is what happened. Like nothing smudged, nothing came off. So they are definitely long wearing, waterproof liquid lipsticks. I mean, like this dark color, they're definitely going to give you kind of like the wear around the inside of your lips, but they're definitely going to be something that you can wear through like eating and drinking and things like that. They're not fully like transfer proof. Like as you can see there, I do have transfer, so if that's something that you're worried about, just be aware of that. They're not fully transfer proof, but they aren't going to go smudging and sliding around on your face. They are going to be long wearing. They are hydrating. They aren't drying like normal matte lipsticks, but they are still that matte color. So I love these. They are like a holy grail product for me. I love them at all times of the year, and they come in so many different colors. Like if you like vibrant, like light vibrant colors, you can get that. You can get neutrals that are very wearable, dark reds, a gray for something a little bit out there. So I love these. I highly recommend them to everyone. Next is the NYX First Base Primer Spray. Here's what it looks like. I absolutely love this thing. It is a total dupe for the Smashbox Photo Focus Priming Water, Photo Priming Water, something like that. I can't even remember at the moment. But anyways, so it's just this beautiful spray. You spray it out like that. This thing is $7.99. You get 2.02 fluid ounces. It's wonderful just to spray all over your face. It gives you nice hydration, but at the same time, like it just gives you this smooth out, even texture to start applying foundation over. So I really like to use this under like demi matte foundations or luminous foundations or BB creams, things like that that aren't going to be overly drying on your skin. Other times I'll put like a mattifying primer around here, like in my T-zone where I get extremely oily, and then spray this guy all over the rest of my face to help get hydration elsewhere. It's just a wonderful spray, easy to use primer for anyone. Any skin type can use it. I think I forgot to mention that these NYX Liquid Suedes are also $6.99. So next we have the Catrice All Matte Plush Shine Control Makeup. This is, I'm in the shade Light Beige, but it says wear up to 18 hours. I did a whole first impression video on this, so we'll have that link down below as well. But I love this. It's a beautiful, beautiful foundation. It comes with a pump and a wonderful like frosted glass bottle. Here's what it looks like, and it just blends out into this wonderful, wonderful color. It's a beautiful like demi matte, and then once you set it, it gets fully matte. It's long wearing. It is mattifying. I didn't have a lot of shine poking through, and I think it's wonderful. They do only have, what is it, 5 shades on the Ulta website. It's a brand that comes out of the UK. So their shade range isn't wonderful. It's definitely more geared towards lighter, like fair-skinned people like myself. So if you can fit one of these and you have combo to oily skin, I highly, highly suggest this. I think it is too mattifying for people with dry skin. So if you have dry skin, I would definitely stay away from it. But if you have oily skin like myself, you will love this. And this is only $5.99, and you get a whole fluid ounce in here. So it's wonderful. Okay, so the next thing is the Maybelline Super Stay Better Skin Concealer. I am in the shade Ivory. Here's what it looks like. This is a wonderful concealer that you can get at the drugstore. This guy is $8.99, and you get 7.5 milliliters, which is average for concealer. But it is so wonderful, like creamy, medium coverage concealer. It's what I'm wearing today underneath. I will say it did crease up a bit, but that's pretty average. I have never found a concealer that doesn't crease under my eyes. So in that respect, like, it's on a case-by-case basis. I don't have really dry under eyes. I just have a lot of fine lines, and everything creases under there. So just take that in mind. But here is what it looks like. It's wonderful. It's beautiful and creamy, but just thick enough to really give you some great coverage. Cover those dark circles, everything like that. It comes in 6 shades, so if you can fit one of these, I highly recommend it. It is a total dupe for the Urban Decay Naked Skin Concealer. So if you love that, but you want a little bit more of an affordable product, I suggest trying this guy out. Next on the list is the Essence Pure Nude Highlighter. This one is in the shade Be My Highlight, although they only have 1 shade for this at the moment. You can find this at Ulta. I don't think it's out in Target yet. Maybe by the time I post this video it will be. But as you can see, like, it doesn't look like much in the pan. It is the highlight. Just kidding, it's not. It doesn't look like much in the pan. It doesn't look super shiny or vibrant or anything like that. It's like a baked product. It just looks kind of dull and like a natural highlight, but even swatching it, I honestly have to say, it doesn't come up as how beautiful it really is. I swatched it right there. I don't even think you're going to be able to see it. But hey, let's just load up some highlight for fun right now. The only way to really get the true, like, shine of this is to apply it to the skin. Like, it is so glowy and beautiful, and even though it is gold, like, I'm very fair skinned, so usually gold toned highlighters are just too much on my skin. Usually they just show a little bit of that gold pigment, too much for my skin, so it looks like a gold streak. This one, as you can see, is just like a beautiful, beautiful shiny product that swatching it and seeing it in the pan doesn't do it justice. This thing is only $4.49. So I do suggest going out to Ulta, grabbing this, picking it up. Kathleen Lights loves this. She raves about it. Tati loves this. Casey Holmes loves this. So a lot of the really, really big YouTubers are raving about this right now. So I highly, highly suggest it. Next is the L'Oreal Voluminous Base. This is a lash primer for your eyes, and I cannot get enough of this. I use it in almost every single one of my tutorials. I've raved about it a million times on my channel. This thing retails for $8.99. It comes in white. Unfortunately, it doesn't come in a color, but this thing with the applicator, I don't know what it is, but it just does something miraculous for my lashes. it transforms them into something amazing. Like, it gives them volume and length just from a primer, so that no matter what mascara I apply over top, my lashes look amazing. I have it on right now. But yeah, I mean, it has made me start loving mascaras that I just wasn't a big fan of before. If you use the mascara on their own, it does nothing for my lashes. If I use it with this, it works wonders. It's like a brand new, different type of mascara. So I highly, highly recommend this. I do understand it's not cruelty free, which I don't love, but it is well worth it. I suggest this for everyone. You cannot get enough of this. And then the next thing on the list is the Milani Everyday Eyes eyeshadow palette. So I have one. It's in this shade Earthy Elements, but there are 6 in this line. They came out in like January of this year, I believe. But here's what they look like. They just come in this beautiful gold packaging, very classic for Milani. These things retail for $9.99. But here's what it looks like. They come with like everything you need in order to get the perfect eyeshadow look. So they always have a great mixture of mattes and shimmers, as well as highlights, things like that. I've swatched like the purple tone one and the neutral one. I just never bought them because this one just seems so unique. But I'll just swatch a couple of the shades for you right here. Here is kind of like what a bunch of the shades look like. It's just gorgeous. They're just very, very beautiful, gorgeous colors. That's what it looks like when you swatch them on the arm. Everything transfers. It all looks wonderful. I mean, I just can't rave about this. The pigment is great. They don't kick up too much powder when you dip your brush in. They blend out like butter. It's just an amazing quality eyeshadow. So you can find these at Walmart, at the drugstore. And basically anywhere that sells Milani will have these in stock now. So I really, really suggest finding a couple of these. I do have another eyeshadow palette. So this is the Makeup Revolution Professional Eyeshadow Palette. And this one is in the shade New-trals versus Neutrals. Here's what it looks like. Here's what the inside looks like. A lot of people are saying that this is like a dupe for the Too Faced Peaches palette. The Peaches palette. Just the shades and tones. You can see I get a lot of use out of it. I've used this thing in a ton of tutorials. That's why I keep the film right there that tells you like what the name of each eyeshadow is. But these things are so amazing. They are wonderful in pigment, in tone, in shade. They are a little powdery. I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. They are a little powdery. I just swatched a few of them there for you. But still, I mean, just look at that. Just look at that color payoff and the pigment that comes out of these. This eyeshadow palette is $10. They have other ones in the collection that are called like the iconic eyeshadow palettes. Those ones are a little bit more expensive. They are $15, but they have blush palettes, contour palettes. I think the blush palettes are also $10, but the contouring palettes and the bronzing ones are $15. So it's a really wonderful, affordable makeup brand you can find at Ulta. And I would suggest going for anything that comes in like these black packaging or comes like wrapped in a box. I wouldn't go for the eyeshadow palettes that have a clear front on them. They just have like long stripes of eyeshadow. I'm not a huge fan of those. I just don't think that the mattes and the colors blend out very well. So I would stick to these ones, which are a little bit more pricey, but come on, 10 bucks for this eyeshadow palette is amazing. And the next thing I have is my Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge. So I love this. A lot of people say it's a dupe for the Beauty Blender. A lot of people say it's just a tiny bit more dense than the Beauty Blender. I do not have a Beauty Blender. For me, I like a little bit more of a dense sponge because I'm quite heavy-handed. So for me, like, what that basically means is like I'm a little heavy-handed when it comes to patting in my foundation, so I tend to hit myself kind of hard. Not in the respect that I'm trying to like punch myself or anything like that, but that's just me naturally. I'm just that way. Like I press really hard when I write on pen and paper, things like that. It's just who I am. So for me, I really like a little bit more of a dense sponge to give me a little bit more of a cushion, and I find this blends out product amazingly. Mine is dirty because I use it so much, but you can buy one for $5.99 or get a pack of 2 for $10.99. So I really, really recommend these. You can get them at Ulta, Target, Walgreens carries them. Anywhere that you can find Real Technique brushes. I think that's everybody though. But yeah, I really suggest trying this out. Even if you like the Beauty Blender, this is great for like baking, because when you're baking you usually want a little bit more of a dense sponge to really pick up the powder and press it in there. So I love the shape of it. I like having the flat edge because I think you can get like into the detailed areas like around your nose a little bit better than like the rounded bottom of a Beauty Blender, because I really like to use the pointed side just for concealer and foundation at the other end. That way I'm not mixing the two products, but that's just me. I'm kind of weird like that. So if you're looking for a great dupe for the Beauty Blender, I do suggest checking out the Real Techniques Miracle Complexion Sponge. Okay, and the last product that I have for you guys are Wet n Wild brushes. So these retail anywhere from 99 cents to $2.99. So everything is under $3 in this collection. There are 17 brushes total. I only have 5, technically 4 because I have 2 of the blending brushes. But the first one I have is just a small stippling brush. Here's what it looks like. I don't use this one very much, but I do really like it. It is very dense, so if you like a dense stippling brush for highlight, a lot of people enjoy highlighting with this, or getting in there for concealer, whatever it may be, you'll really enjoy this one. And then I have the flat top kabuki brush, which I use for foundation. It's a great one for buffing product in. Great quality. Mine's dirty at the moment, so don't mind that. And then I have the angled contouring brush. This is my favorite brush to contour with at the moment. It's just wonderful. Really great to get in there. Just a wonderful, like, thin angled brush, and it blends things out wonderfully. And then, like I said, I have 2 of the blending brushes. Here's what they look like. They're just wonderful, like, large, fluffy blending brushes. I have 2 of them because you can never have enough blending brushes, and they're just great quality. Mine are obviously dirty because I use them in this makeup look, but I cannot get enough of these. So they come in this wonderful, sleek, white handle with pink/white bristles. They're just so cute, like very feminine and cute, but not over the top feminine, if you know what I mean. And they come with like a little ergonomic handle, which I don't tend to hold my brushes back that far when it comes to the handles, so for me it doesn't really matter. But it's a plastic handle with all synthetic brushes. They are vegan, cruelty-free brushes. I think they're great quality if you want something that's affordable and you're into the vegan and things like that. If you love e.l.f. brushes, you'll also love these because they're similar, they're one and the same. I think these ones are just a little bit better than e.l.f. brushes. Not to mention the price tag's a little bit less. So personally, I would love these. You can find them at Walgreens. Most Walgreens will carry the majority of the line, not everything, but anything else that you want, you can get off of the Wet n Wild website. Alright guys, so that is everything for my 10 under 10 video, and I hope you guys really enjoyed it. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up and subscribe down below if you want to see more fun beauty related videos. I do upload 3 times a week. And I will see you guys later.